usual. That was an adventure, or rather, a painful misadventure. I can't tell you how much better I feel knowing that bitch Sanditra is dead. She nearly ruined my life. Angelique held up a finger. As horrible as your incarceration in the castle prison was, if it hadn't been for that Darklighter, Finn might not have travelled from Earth to Teradon to save you, which means you still might not be with your mate. Kalina chuckled. There is that. Their second round of drinks arrived, and they chatted about Kalina's family for a bit. Angelique noticed that her friend brought up her brother Thane's name a lot. Yes, whimsical fate had decided now that Angelique was in this human form, she should have a mate, and that mate was Thane. But it was hard not to let on that she knew. There was no denying that the man was gorgeous, powerful, and highly driven, but Angelique's main job on Teradon was to protect the progeny of Guardians, not have hot sex all day long. When all of the Sinclair and Caspian children were grown, she'd focus on her own pleasure. Shattering dishes broke their intimate conversation. Angelique huffed. Really? I guess I should deal with that. Drinks are on the house, she said, as she scooted out of the booth. Remember, tomorrow, be at the mine by 5. Kalina smiled. I won't forget. And thank you. Angelique went about her business, while Kalina finished her drink before leaving. Even though running the coffee shop gave Angelique something to do while she waited for Chelsea's, and now Kalina's baby to arrive, she loved this place. It gave her a chance to talk to people all day long, which was something she sorely missed when she was a white light entity in another realm. The delivery of the wood Thane Sinclair had ordered for the obstacle course he was building behind the mine was delayed until tomorrow morning. This setback put a further kink in his plans. He had already postponed all training with the Guardians, or anyone else for that matter, in order to complete the course. He needed this last piece to be finished before he could return to his fitness center in town. Since he had some free time, he stopped by his family's mining office to see if anyone could use his help. They often asked him to run down delinquent accounts because, after one look at his muscular body, the mining businessman usually paid up pronto. He never had to threaten anyone with violence, not that he would, because the Sinclair name and his apparent fierce look were enough to squeeze the last dollar out of a person. Thane entered the office and looked around to see who was there. His brother Declan's office was empty, but Finn McKinnon was there. He knocked on his door and entered. Hey, Finn said. How's the obstacle course coming? You finish it yet? Thane explained about the delay. Because of that, I have some time and wondered if you needed a hand. Finn's brows rose. As a matter of fact, I was just about to call you. He hadn't expected that. About what? I have some good news. Thane could use some of that. He pulled up a chair and faced Finn's desk. What is it? I'm going to be a dad. We just found out that Kalina is 2 months pregnant. Thane reached out and fist-pumped Finn. Awesome, man! That's so exciting! Uncle Thane has a nice ring to it. Actually, Kalina had told him 2 days ago, but made him promise not to let on that he knew. It is! But the bad news is that my stubborn mate refuses to slow down. She sees no reason not to engage in battle should the Guardians need her. Thane almost chuckled. My sister always was stubborn. When she comes for her usual training, I'll make sure to take it easy. Finn shook his head. You know that no matter what you say, she'll work twice as hard as before to prove to you that she will always be ready, baby or not. I thought maybe you could do a one-on-one training. What Finn said was true. Thane leaned back in his chair. I can do that. I know she's free tomorrow afternoon. I can ask her to stop by here tomorrow, if that works for you. That works. Not having anyone to compete against might keep my sister in check. I'll also do some research on how she can protect her child while she executes the maneuvers. You know as well as I that neither Declan nor Dad would ever put her in the field now. Finn blew out a breath. Neither will I, but sometimes she just doesn't listen to anyone. Can you text her with the time and place? I want her to think it's your idea. She'll think I'm just an overprotective mate if I deliver the message. Thane.